I'm trying to find good love, baby. Maybe I'll be the one for you, baby. Maybe I'll be the one for you. I'll be the one for you. I'll be the one for you. Don't you take your love away. Take your love away. Don't you take your love away. I'll be the one for you. Don't you take your love away. Take your love away. Don't you take your love away. I'll be the one for you. The one for you. Mpenzi utangoja, yeah. Mpenzi utangoja, yeah, yeah. Sitaki we uchoke, yeah. Sitaki we uchoke, yeah. I'm trying to be the best version of myself. If you wait for me, I don't need nobody else. I'm trying to find good love, baby, maybe, and I'll be the one for you. Baby, maybe I'll be the one for you. I'll be the one for you. I'll be the one for you. Don't you take your love away. Take your love away. Don't you take your love away. I'll be the one for you. Don't you take your love away. Take your love away. Don't you take your love away. I'll be the one for you.
It's amazing. Man, I got a lot going on right now, but your love is amazing. Make we just elevate. Put your smile on, make we elevate. Make we just elevate. Put your smile on, make we elevate. Make me shine, I call it imani. Wakifuata do nafuata umami. Kingdom ya Mungu, serikali nimeokoka. Yesu ndo jemedari.
Naangalia nyuma naona mkono wako. Checking mbele mi naona only favor yako. Worry is a thing of the past, keep it in the past. I wanna go on to the next, I'm up with the past. I'm all about Jesus and I don't take it lightly. I'm not of this world, no, I'm no longer like it. I'm now a resource, I know the real source. Always on toast, chukua kingdom, nani by force.
Man, I got pressures up in my life, but your love is amazing. Man, I got a lot going on right now, but your love is amazing. Make we just elevate. Put your smile on, make we elevate. Make we just elevate. Put your smile on, make we elevate.
Tangu day one uko na designer. Keep me fine, fine, God unani minder. Baba on a good plan, good plan. Trust you to hold my hand, my hand.
Shining is best, but it's better when you love him. I believe in Jesus, that's my faith, and I'm all in. Change to the call, come up, Paul, nearly changed from Saul. Change my ways, and now I'm a new being, of course. None like you, Baba. None could I ever reach you, Baba. Man on the top and you rain, Baba. Open the fat gates, make it fall down like a shower. Man, I got pressures up in my life, but your love is amazing. Man, I got a lot going on right now, but your love is amazing. Make we just elevate. Just smile on, make we elevate. Make we just elevate. Just smile on, make we elevate. Man, I got pressures up in my life, but your love is amazing. Man, I
sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is 11 minutes. It is 6 minutes past 11, and we are here on Sheversations. As usual, my name is Caroline Murote, Miss Murote. To you, how is your week going? We are smack in the middle of the week. How's your week doing? How is it going? Are you getting stuff done? Are you stressed out? I am so excited because the sun is out. Ladies and gentlemen, tulisema tuache dhambi, and you guys actually listen, because look how the weather has fixed itself, because mlienda mkaomba, I don't know about the rest of you, but I did. I was like, God, this Nairobi people, if the Apostle Paul came here and wrote a letter to the people of Nairobi, sijui, but I thank God because it is a beautiful day. The sun is shining, and I have a beautiful quote about the sunshine. I don't know who said it. I have no idea who said it, but keep your face always towards the sunshine and shadows will fall behind you. So in other words, don't focus on the negative. Don't dwell on what does not help you grow, because sunshine is, part of the vital process of growing plants, which we need for oxygen. So basically, sunshine is needed to sustain life. So anything that is not life sustaining, throw it in the trash. Here at Power Radio this morning, we would love to hear what you think about our shows, what you think about everything that we've been sharing with you. So go ahead and share your feedback on our feedback link, which is on our social media platforms. If you head over to Instagram on @PowerRadio, you will find it there pinned on our profile. So let us know what you think. Kindly just take a moment to fill that in. But aside from that, let me know how your day is going, what kind of a Wednesday you're having, and if this week has been good to you, if you feel like September is Septembering or we need to start again. I feel like personally I started my year over in September because I don't give up and I don't have shame. I literally will start the year over whichever month I want. Because sasa, you want us to fail, and yet there's how many? September, October, November, December. There's 4 months of the year left. Why must you fail? And there's a whole 4 years of the month left, 4 months of the year left. Why should you fail? You can do so much in 4 months. You can do a lot in 4 months, more than you could have done in the other, how many months were there? In the other 8 months. Do you get? So let's be intentional about meeting our goals. If you want to reach out to us at Power Radio across all social media platforms and at Caroline Murote everywhere. Now, we have been ushered into the show by the wonderful sound of Elevate by Mohanji and Shani. And right before that, we had One For You by Fee. And right about now, we are going to listen to the wonderful Polaris Pauline saying Sitaki.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Anymore, where my Lisa are just story. I won't give you my time like before. Kwa nini hukusema hata sorry? Ulienda ulidhani hutapitia, so kwa nini unaniletea ngori? Achia mapenzi wenye wanaelewa, and let me focus on my glory. Sikuelewi, alafu mi sikujui, mwanzo mi sikupendi na tena mi sikutambui. Sitaki, siendi, sifanyi, sisikii. Sitaki, siendi, sifanyi, sisikii. Sitaki. Sifanyi, sisikii.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Yes, so that was Polari's Pauline saying Starkey. So, guys, please don't be stressing her. Don't be stressing the girl. She's already told you how it be, what it do. It is 40 minutes past 11, and what's happening is that yesterday was World Suicide Prevention Day. So, what is World Suicide Prevention Day? So it's basically a day that is set aside by the World Health Organization for the purpose of raising awareness around the globe that suicide can be prevented. Do you know that suicide can be prevented? So just across the room, how many of you know somebody who's lost their life to suicide? Have you lost somebody to suicide? And what's that experience like? I have lost somebody close to me, a friend, a couple of friends actually. Actually, like it's funny that I know a number of people that have actually succumbed to suicide, and I think I'm in a position to say that it is a horrible experience for the ones that are left behind. But what must it be for somebody who feels like there's no alternative other than to completely end their lives? I don't think that that's a place that anybody wants to be. So the International Association for Suicide Prevention, that is IASP, decided to collaborate with the World Health Organization. And that is how that day came about, because it is important with the rising number of suicides, especially in men, because yes, we do talk about empowering the female voice, but we say it's for the purpose of making society a better place for everybody. So not just for women. And we really care about men in society. We care about men's mental health. And so I hope that yesterday, everybody who was aware that it was World Suicide Prevention Day was able to just take a moment to reflect on what they can do in terms of bettering the mental health of the people in their lives, as well as your individual life. Sometimes it's not other people that you need to be looking out for. It's those tough conversations that you need to be having with yourself in particular about how well are you doing. And the issue is that for some people, suicide comes as a very quick last resort. You might have been struggling, but you don't know how bad it is until you just want to off the lights. I have been in a space. I can say that I'm on the other side. On the other side of feeling like, you need to turn off the lights on your life. And I have gotten to a point where at some point I said, no, this is enough. Everything it's horrible. And I don't know what it's like for other people, because everybody has their very relative and very personal experience. For me, it was a horrible time. And I was really convinced that the only thing that would make my life better is to not be alive anymore. I was convinced that there was nothing good coming out of my life. And I am so grateful for the lease to life that I got. For me, I got that through my faith. For you, maybe Jesus is the answer for you. I believe Jesus is the answer for everybody. But whatever it is that speaks to you, whatever it is that caters to you feeling like your soul is alive, feeling like there's a reason to live, feeling like there is purpose, then you pour into that and ask for help. And if you don't get the response that you desire in one space, then try again and again and again and again. There's a particular scripture that I really love from the Bible that says that a righteous man falls 7 times. Kumaanisha that you start again. You go back 7 times. Every time you fail, you go again, you go again. And the thing is, you're not even counting. So it might not be 7 times. But the idea is to continue, to keep on keeping on. So if you're having a dark day, you're having a dark season, a dark month, a dark year, or you feel like your whole life is tainted and you've been living in the shadows of not very pleasant mental health issues, I want to let you know that there's actually hope. There's hope in if you could look towards faith, there's hope in looking at the people around you and latching onto something that gives you the will to live. Somebody this past weekend, one of my pastors said that if you lose your purpose, or if you actually achieve your purpose, you have nothing to live for anymore. So you must make sure that the things that you're doing, your purpose must be bigger than you. It must not be achievable in the sense that it's not doing the dishes, it's not making your bed, it's not making a certain amount of money, because at some point you will reach there. So what he said is that you need to set your mind to something bigger than yourself, something that requires potentially supernatural help, something that you cannot achieve by yourself. Because then it means that you keep on going. You keep on thinking about how do I achieve this thing? How do I achieve this thing? And it gives you the will to live. It gives you something to live for. It gives you something to work towards. So sometimes people are not there, but maybe if you find purpose, then that's something that could work for you. So just wanted to, shout out to the World Health Organization, as well as the International Association for Suicide Prevention, for setting apart this day that is really important in the day and age that we're in today. Already, so what else is happening? What else is happening? So this is not a great piece of news, but in Kenya, guys, in our country, this beautiful country of ours, our schools are on fire yet again. And there are so many theories. It's spiritual, it is political, it is academic. What's actually happening in our schools? Because 21 boys lost their lives in the tragic Endarasha Academy fire in Nyeri. 21 boys died. They succumbed to a school fire. And these are all primary school boys. And it's really interesting, and aside from the deep question of what's actually going on and why do we have schools throughout the country, like both primary school as well as high schools, being set on fire, because you would think that we understand why university students would burn their schools. They normally are very vocal and assertive as to the reason why they don't want certain things. They're very vocal about, this is why we've done this, because we're demanding XYZ and you're not listening to us, so we would like your attention, and they take drastic measures. But for high school kids and primary school kids, it's a little bit wild to hear that a school is burning. But that begs the question, should primary school kids be in boarding school? A child under the age of 14 or 15, should they be away from their central community, their primary caregiving systems? That's a question that I just want to ask everybody who's listening. Is that something that we think is healthy? Because when it comes to fire, what I've read about the situation is that these kids most likely inhaled smoke in their sleep and suffocated. And I would like to think that perhaps if there were people who are capable of taking care of themselves, then maybe all 21 of them would not have passed away, because then when you're older, you're stronger, you respond quicker, your survival instinct is higher, which is why we take care of babies, which is why we leave infants with minders, with babysitters, with caretakers, because you understand that their ability to fully take care of themselves is not fully developed. So tell me why kids are inside a dormitory without a matron, without adult supervision, because had there been an adult in that space, because I did read that there was no adults available. So why are we leaving kids who are, maybe 10, 11, 12, I'm not really sure the age group, but why are we leaving them to fend for themselves? It's okay, we've sent them to school and that's the system that's in the country, but I deeply feel like it's time for us as a country to reflect on our relationship with the education system, where some of the systems came from, and ask ourselves very deep questions. Is this the way that things were meant to be? And now that tumezoea, tumekubali, it's okay, but can we now have a conversation of, is it working? Is it actually healthy? Because parents really do be saying a lot about everything that goes on with their kids when they're in boarding school. And I think it's honestly about time that we started to have those difficult conversations, that parents have become very comfortable in sending their kids off to boarding school in the name of survival and them learning. But why are we sending our kids to survive, guys? It's not the jungle. We live in a growing democratic country. We live in a developing economy. We don't need to be sending our kids off to learn how to survive. That is a very colonial mentality that you must suffer to become strong. That is not a healthy mentality to have. And I think 9-year-olds to 15-year-olds should honestly be at home with their parents. If that is an ideal situation, there's people at home that can take care of them, love on them, then I strongly believe that such kids should not be in situations where they have to fend for themselves. And this is such a blatant example of why it is dangerous to have this kind of setups as a basic, as a standard, as acceptable. Because also, how do you learn life skills that you should be learning at home? How to wash dishes, how to tie your shoelaces, how to take care of the house, how to serve people, how to be served, how to communicate, how to take care of yourself hygienically. Do we really think that 3 months in a year are enough for parents to raise their infant children in all of these spaces? And then we get surprised why we have a broken nation. We get surprised why we have uncultured people in our society. And that's because the education system is not complete, because part of the education is what we get at home. Education is not institutionalized only. There's a lot of education that happens outside of the gates of institutionalized schooling, and that is what is missing. That is the missing link in a lot of the issues that we have, is the fact that we don't get enough time to have foundational values, to have foundational skills on how to be decent human beings with courtesy, human beings with communication skills, and then you send kids off to boarding school to raise each other. And I do understand that a lot of the time the argument is that it's more affordable, it's easier, they focus on their education, but we were not created for school. School was created for us. So when we make somebody's life about school and deny them from every other aspect of education and give and set precedents with institutionalized schooling at the expense of this person's well-rounded development, then we are creating our own disaster. We are raising an unbaked society of people. So I just want us to think about that. And may the 21 boys that lost their lives rest in peace. And I read this morning that as far as last night, the bodies had not yet been identified, that's going to be happening today. And I can't even imagine what a horrible experience that must be for the parents, their families, their loved ones, to find your baby boy charred and dead when you had so many dreams and you're working hard for their future. So as a country, we need to do better. And on that note, let's hear from Pauline saying Walai.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Pawa Radio.
Hey, hello, you look familiar, have I made up with you before? Let's just be serious, kabla uanze tukunipo. Nionyeshe Insta labda nitakukumbuka hivyo. Oh, hey, hello, sikuamini lakini kama nimeona ghost. Miezi mbili ndio maana siwezi pita kino. Na tangu lini ukaanza kuwa na story mob? Lakini walai siwezi mind tukienda drinks. Walai na beshte yangu bado takumit. Walai ni wapi ulienda for real? For real. Lakini walai siwezi mind tukienda drinks. Walai na beshte yangu bado takumit. Walai ni wapi ulienda for real? For real. Hey, my heart is there, my pride is there. Don't play, don't even dare. You don't play fair, so hey, there's something here, there's something there. Overlay, it's like a different kind of weather. Hey, my heart is there, my pride is there. Don't play, don't even dare. You don't play fair, so hey, there's something here, there's something there. Overlay, like a different kind of weather. Lakin, walai, siyezima tukienda drinks. Walai, na beshte yangu bado takumit. Walai, ni wapi ulienda for real? For real. Lakin, walai, siyezima tukienda drinks. Walai, na beshte yangu bado takumit. Walai, ni wapi ulienda for real? For real. Lakin, walai, siyezima tukienda drinks. Walai, na beshte yangu bado takumit. Walai, ni wapi ulienda for real? For real. Lakin, walai, siyezima tukienda drinks. Walai, na beshte yangu bado takumit. Walai, ni wapi ulienda for real? For real. Go fit, Allah, go fresh, Allah. Lakin, bana, din west, bana. Go fit, Allah, go fresh, Allah. Lakin, bana, din west, bana.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Miss Polaris is telling us, walai mean love. I wouldn't mind spending time with you already. So if there's somebody out there that you're loving, somebody out there that you're feeling, then you can send them that song and say, hey, I've been checking you out for a moment now, and let me know. It could be me and you, goals on Instagram, running around on the beach and whatever it is that people who are in love are doing. Like, you people in relationships, like, it's enough, guys. It's February, ilikuwa second month of the year. Sai tuko month 9, September. We are 7 months away. Why are you still harassing us? Like, your couples on social media, we're tired. Another thing that's couple related that personally I'm really tired of is gender-based violence. I am honestly disgusted to the pits of my stomach, because what is the reason? Why do you feel the need to destroy another person's life, to physically harm them because you disagree with them, because you're offended by them? Like, walking away should be a respectable option. It's truly the best option for anybody to take. And it's really ghetto for us to still be talking about gender-based violence in 2024. It's the ghetto. I'm not okay wasting my time talking about gender-based violence, because people really do want to take out their anger on other people. Speaking of which, last week we lost Rebecca Cheptegei. And guess what? Apparently, her arsonist boyfriend who murdered her, because the headlines are being so kind to him. The headlines are saying that he succumbed to burns due to the fire. No. So what happened is that he killed a woman, set her ablaze because of a land dispute, allegedly. And then he also succumbed to the same fire. So I don't really know if we want the souls of people that kill others to rest in peace. And I also do believe in the option of redemption, but I believe you get redemption when you're alive. So if you have gone, then you honestly go with your crimes. You go with your sins. Like, if you didn't seek redemption when you're alive, I don't know what the afterworld has for you, depending on your value system. For me, it's either heaven or hell. And if you decide that fire is how you're going out, then you'll find yourself in a very hot fire afterwards. And that's hellfire. And truly, if people don't want to seek Jesus and get help for the mental health issues that they're having. We did talk about suicide prevention. This was basically suicide, but I don't believe that this man intended to kill himself. I don't believe that he intended to off himself. But yeah, his name is Dixon Ndiema. And he himself was an athlete. He himself was a runner. I didn't know that. I do know that now. And now they're both gone. And what's the reason? We're not trying to, when we say couple goals, when we say set the world on fire, when we say show us flames with your love, we didn't mean it literally. So, in case you didn't get the memo, it's not okay to set people on fire. It's not okay to beat people up. It's not okay to kill people. In case you don't understand those things, like it's not fine. It's not okay. Find somebody closest to you to sit you down and explain it very slowly. It is not okay to harm other people. There is never a good reason to harm another person unless it is in self-defense, and in which case you block the attacker and you go, if that's an option available to you. But you see, those are exceptional cases. But in a situation where your life is not in danger, in a situation where you're not the one experiencing violence, and you actually have the option to take your feet and walk away, can your brain please do the work for you? Because we are sick and tired of losing people senselessly. There are much better reasons for people to go. People are passing away from disease, from cancer, from accidents that were not avoidable. We don't need it to be intentional. So stop killing people on purpose. It is disgusting. What else is happening on the flip side? How many apples is enough apples? How many apples does it take to keep the doctor away? Because iPhone have decided that they're going to release 16 Pro and 16 Pro Max. So nyinyi wenye bado hamkuwa mna catch up na syllabus, bado mko pale kwa 13 na 15, washaruka. And I'm like, guys, who is it for? Who are you making these iPhones for? Because we have iPhones with perfect photo quality, with storage capacity, with processing power faster than Usain Bolt. Who are these phones for? And at this point, we need to have a serious conversation about consumerism. We need to have a serious conversation about capitalism, because this is no longer about improving things and quality. This is truly just a business trying to make more money. And if you have an iPhone 12, iPhone 11, iPhone 13. I have none of those. I've never owned an iPhone in my life. But I have friends who have these devices because they have they have drank the Kool-Aid. I said what I said. Don't come for me. Y'all drank the Kool-Aid. If you find yourself upgrading your iPhone just because another one has been released, you drank the Kool-Aid. You are truly, truly, truly drinking the capitalism juice as if it's your supplement pill. And we need to think about what consumerism and capitalism is doing to us. Because, like, I want to be happy. I want to be happy for people who can afford to just check out 150K, 200K in Kenyan shillings and just live their best lives with these gadgets and devices, enjoying all the features that they have. But also, is it necessary? And when do we stop? When do we say that enough is enough? So, like, Missy Jui. But to finish off what's happening, I just want to pay tribute to an international hero, an artist, actor, a legend, and James Earl Jones, who is an acclaimed world standard actor, passed away at the very ripe age of 93 years this past Monday. In case you don't know who James Earl Jones is, James Earl Jones is a guy who voiced Mufasa in The Lion King. So if you're alive in 2024 and you don't know who Mufasa is in The Lion King, I can't help you. Where's this idea? You're beyond redemption. And he also voiced Darth Vader. And he has a whole list of accolades, a whole list of shows, movies that he did. Let me get that for you real quick right now. So he has acted in Fences in 1987. If you know Fences, it's a very powerful historical movie that speaks against racial injustice, especially how it affects relationships. He did The Best Man in 2012. He did Cat on a Hot Tin Roof in 2008. He did Driving Miss Daisy 2010 to 2011. Fast forward, he voiced Darth Vader. I am your father. Okay. If you're not a Star Wars fan, then nimekupoteza, so just ignore me. So he did Conan the Barbarian, which is a classic, in 1982. And Coming to America. I know Kenyans know Coming to America. I know that Yo Ilitufikia. So that originally came out in 1988, the first one. So he was in that. And yeah, those are some of his really outstanding achievements. And this man has a, what does he have? He has an EGOT, which is an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. So that's like the four, all of the biggest world class awards. So he got all those, as well as being inducted into the American Theater Hall of Fame in 1985. And in 1992, he was honored with the National Medal of Arts. And yeah, and he also got the Screen Actors Guild Life Achievement Award in 2009 and Academy Honorary Award in 2011. So for our artists, wasiwa Kenya National Theatre, wasiwa Allianz, you just love the stage, you voice artists, you are an animator, you love voicing. This is somebody whose life you might want to look into. And he actually was born stammering. He was a stammerer, and then he became an army man. And then after that, he said, I'm going to live my best life. I'm going to make my dreams come true. And he worked on his voice, and he actually overcame his stammer. So this is actually such a beautiful triumph story. And this is how we want people to go. We don't want to be losing people to suicide. We don't want to be losing people to GBV or arson, fires. We want people to pass away and transit in their ripe old age in peace. And sources say that he passed away with his family around him. They were able to say their goodbye. So that is a life well lived. 93 years. 93 years is a life well lived. And so thank you so much, James Earl Jones, for your service to society, for being a Black man who, just throughout all of those racial injustices, decided to fight for your craft and excel at what God has gifted you to do best. So power to Mr. James Earl Jones. And on that note, because we love to celebrate melanin, we are gonna hear Dark Skin from Brenda Minor.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Pawa Radio.
Baby, turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like jojoba. Ati wanafanya nini? Wanaogopa. Dark skin na nachocha. Melanin na lova. Nobody can boga. Well, they tried sometime back in November. They really didn't think I would remember. Sahi, my confidence may rise. I never used to be like this before. I used to be so damn insecure. Atikuwa dark skin ilana. Haters are wicked loud. Nothing ever sweet like coco. Get on the dance floor, make them loco. You say you like Ologomba. Baby, turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like jojoba. Ati wanafanya nini? Wanaogopa. Dark skin na nachocha. Melanin na lova. Nobody can boga. You say you like Ologomba. Baby, turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like jojoba. Ati wanafanya nini? Wanaogopa. Dark skin na nachocha. Melanin na lova. Nobody can boga. Yeah. You don't know how I like your confidence. The way you walk, how you talk, it's evident. Black is the beauty, so more for them. You are a star, brown skin, una kill. Oh, show them who you are. You are a star, brown skin, una kill. Oh, show them who you are. You like a loco. Like a loco, you like that toto. Like that toto star. You like a loco. colo, 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 kumba. You like that toto, like that toto, toto, toto star. You like colo, like colo, 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 kumba. You like that toto, like that toto, toto, toto star. You like colo, like colo, 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 kumba. You like that toto. Like that toto style.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio.
So if you are just joining us here on Sheversations, we are on Power Radio, empowering women. We are amplifying female voices for the betterment of society. My name is Caroline Murote, and welcome to the show. It is 11:45. We are almost halfway into our show, and we have been hanging out on this wonderful Wednesday. We just gave a shout out to a wonderful man, Mr. James Earl Jones, and that was Brandy Minor. I call her Brenda. Like, she's just gonna have to accept the two names. So if I say Brenda, I mean Brandy, but no, actually, let me fix it. Brandy Minor. She said your skin look like jojoba. You look like you look like a good thing, and that's how we should feel about melanin. And we are celebrating a melanated queen today. We are celebrating here on our Woman Crush Wednesday, Miss Polaris Pauline. Now, if you are paying attention, then you know we have played a couple of her songs, more than a couple actually. And today we decided that is somebody that we want to give flowers to. We're like, shout out, miss. We've been seeing you. You're doing an awesome thing, a cool thing out there, and kudos to you. Big shout out. So who is that? Who's Polaris Pauline? Her government name, imagine as a Serikali, is Pauline Ayuko. So that's like, that's who she was born as. And I would say my personal reflection, my personal opinion of who she is she is a very refreshingly honest human with vocals that could save or take a life, depending on what you're trying to achieve. When something is so good, you feel like you will die. Have you ever eaten food so good, you're like, ooh, I'm gonna die because it's so good? That's like the kind of killing I'm talking about. That's the kind of murder. That's how we want murder to happen. Like, we don't need blood or nothing gory. We just want y'all to be killing it on the beat, killing the vocals, and saving lives, because what it do, right? So Miss Polaris is a singer, songwriter, and a vocalist. So she's all about the song birdie stuff. She's all about making melodious tunes. And she is at Polaris Pauline across all social media platforms. So if you're tuned in right now, go check her out. Go give her content a follow. Go put a love heart, a like, a share, a comment on all of her platform, because that's how we do. We support. We go and we mob people with love. That's the only kind of mob justice, is settling people with the loves that they deserve, the praises that they deserve. That's how we settle things here. So she became Polaris in 2020. Before that, she was Pauline. And Polaris is actually a name that she got from her friend. So her friend is a comic book fan. He's a comic book nerd. And he gave her the name from X-Men. So if you watch X-Men, if you're a comic book nerd or geek like I am, and Polaris's friend, then you would know that Polaris is Magneto's daughter. If you watch X-Men, you've watched X-Men, you know who Magneto is. If you don't, Google is your friend. And this beautiful name actually means North Star, which is a star that gives direction. So what a fitting name. What a fitting name, because wow, like who wouldn't want to be called North Star? So if you didn't know, that's what Polaris means. It means the North Star. And what kind of music does Miss Polaris make? So she calls it moving pop music. And I did watch an interview that they did, herself, Modoni Drama Queen, as well as Mayonde, and they say that they make Nairobi bounce. Nairobi bounce is a genre that hasn't quite yet caught on the internet, but like if you're here now, then you know that people are making Nairobi bounce. And this is basically your urban Nairobi music, your fusion of R&B, hip hop, and like authentically Kenyan music. So that's what Nairobi bounce is. But she is very experimental, right? And according to her, she is a sucker for cute, happy melody. So this is according to the Perform Music Incubator, which is a platform that actually launched a big part of her career. So when did Miss Polari start making music? She started making music professionally in 2013. And before she became who she is now, she was just a girl born and bred in Nairobi, just msichana Tao, born in South B, bred and raised there, and she went to Moi Girls in Nairobi, right? And this is where she actually realized that she was into music, that she had a passion for music when she was in high school. And she joined drama and choir, and that really helped her explore her skill. And that's also where she found her passion for entertainment. And actually, because she's just that awesome of a human being, when she was 16, she wrote an anthem for her school, and they still sing it to this day. Like, what kind of legacy did you live in your high school? Because in you wengine mliandika kwa maukuta, the rest of you have suspension, sijui expulsion, sijui, oh, you are writing letters to your lovers, ama your lovers, because God forbid that high school students love one another. Kenyan education system truly is something else. Yeah, those are the kind of legacies that you left behind. Mlivunja viti na meza. You left gum under the tables. What were you doing in high school? Polaris wrote the school anthem, and they're singing it to this day. So until another awesome Polaris comes along and they feel the need to remake their anthem, Pale Moi Girls. So if you're a Moi Girls alumni, since before the years of 2013 ma 2010, know that your school anthem actually was she's the one who set up the team and the people that put that together. So kudos to you. Kudos to you. Yeah, so when she was in high school, she realized that she needs to start building her music. So she built connections, just found people and spaces that were intentionally pointing her towards her passion, and she took those connections out of high school. So she hustled her hustle, and then her breakout track, which is how most people know her. That's how she got into the really public scene, because she's been hustling, since post high school. Since high school, she's been hustling. But her breakout track, which came about after 8 or 9 years after doing music, is Umeni Tosha, which is featuring the legendary South African house music artist Prince KB. And if you don't know Prince KB, you are missing out. You need to go head over to his socials, his YouTube, Spotify, and go look for Umeni Tosha, because our girl is doing a great thing. Yeah. So how did she actually get to record with Prince KB? So this is what she said, that she just saw that he had shared a bit online, like artists do. They just put beats out there, and then she put vocals on it, and then she sent it back, and then she asked her audiences on X, Twitter, to retweet that so that he would see it. And she says it was a wild, crazy story, because she was just shocked, because she got 1,000 followers in 2 days. And if you have grown your social media authentically without having any sort of public platform, without having any organizer, just being a human being who just tweets, you're not a public figure, you don't have a job that's in a, situated in a public place where the work you do will kind of garner you followers, then you know how crazy it is to get 1,000 followers in 2 days, because that's what happens in 2 years of working really hard on your social media. That's what you get. You get 1,000 followers in a year or two. She got that in 2 days just from putting her song out. And this was before Prince KB saw it. And because of the amount of love and attention it was getting, he actually did get to see the song. So all of that got his attention. And then he's like, yo, I like this, and your track is going to be on my album. And that was that. They hadn't even met at that point. And later on, he came to Kenya and they performed together for the first time. And so the point of the story, the moral of the story, boys and girls, is shoot your shot. Because Miss Polaris shot her shot and it worked. And this is what she says generally, like, I would rather the pain of being told no than the pain of regret. So she doesn't believe in not doing things because of fear. She thinks it's better to go out there, go for your dreams, go for what you want, and be told no. Like, that's the worst that could happen. It's hard, but it's worse than regretting it later on and not doing it. So right about now, we are going to listen to the goods. We are going to listen to what she's saying. And she's all the way over there with Miss Mayonde as well as MDQ. And this is truly my anthem for this year. Y'all already know. If you're a Sheversationalist, you know that this is my favorite jam. And this is Energy.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Pawa Radio.
Maisha ina stress but sitachoka, manake mimi staya mimi nyota, Mungu peke ndio mimi taogopa. Get back 'cause unachoma choma choma choma, daily na meremeta, form yangu nikutesa, usikol kama si pesa, bade najipeleka, inaselela dombola, mande mana lose composure. We catch a flies, now feelings, leo na dance my ceiling. Don't waste my time, don't miss my energy, don't kill my vibe, don't mess my energy. Let's take a ride, just fly around with me. Let's spend some time, just spend some time with me. Feeling important, feeling like something is coming all over me. Feel like a soldier, feel like I'm going to war with the enemy. I've gotten older, I'm very comfortable with my identity. It's never over, I'm ready, I'm willing, I'm willing. I'm feeling hypnotized, I'm feeling like a child. I need to realize, I'm feeling so alive. I take off my disguise, and I get myself the prize. I don't mean to be shy, all I can do is try. Don't waste my time, don't miss my energy, don't kill my vibe, don't miss my energy. Let's take a ride, just fly around with me. Let's spend some time, just spend some time with me.
Some people search and seek until they find the light. Some people think that everything they think is right. Some people don't believe in peace, they want to fight. Some people not my type, some people not the vibe. Shangilia, pango yote imepangiliwa, shida yetu yote tatuliwa, maisha yetu imebarikiwa. Shangilia, pango yote imepangiliwa, shida yetu yote tatuliwa, maisha yetu imebarikiwa.
Fresh is on the beat. I'm down, I'm I'm torn between my heart and yours. Can you smile like that once more? I can't wait to see what we explore. We explore. Siendi mbali, staki kesi, sijifanye unipendi, nimekupa hii nafasi, come tucheze na bahati. Me and you, what we'll do, what we'll do. Me and you, me and you, me and you, what we'll do, what we'll do. Me and you, me and you. Kubali, kubali, kubali ni ukweli. Nionyeshe, nionyeshe hizi stori za mapenzi. Kubali, kubali, kubali ni ukweli. Nionyeshe, nionyeshe hizi stori za mapenzi. Oh, you deserve me, you deserve me. What I'm saying, you deserve me. Mina kupa hii nafasi, come tucheze na bahati. Me and you, what we'll do, what we'll do. Me and you, me and you, me and you, what we'll do, what we'll do. Me and you, me and you, me and you, what we'll do, what we'll do. Me and you, me and you, me and you, what we'll do, what we'll do. Me and you, me and you.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Okay, all right. It is exactly 1 minute past 12. We are halfway into Sheversations this Wednesday, and we are shouting out Miss Polaris Pauline. Yeah, so we just said that she broke out with Omeni Tosha, and truly it was enough for her. And we just said that it's better to be told no than to regret. And that's a powerful lesson that we're learning from her. Right. So she said that she's learned over time through her collaborations and the people that she's worked with that she believes that Kenya has amazing artists who need to be put in the spotlight, and that's clout chasers and shock value aside, people who are trying to trend aside, that it's actually quite sad that she feels like real artists get lost in the noise. So she said that in a 2024 this year interview earlier in March on Ebru TV, Let's Talk. So that's what she said. Let's get to know a little bit about her history. So she was or is in a R&B rap music group with a artist called Lucky the Monster, an awesome rapper. And this group is called LP, Little Pantheon. That is Little. Instead of two T's, it's two K's. I love the wordplay. You can tell that she's an artist, yeah. And they have a mixtape called The Lap Mixtape, so you can go and check that out. And also, she used to be in a girl group called Q. The group split up in 2017. However, she did make a comeback in 2020 as Polaris before she was Pauline in this group called Q. So she was Pauline from Q. So what happened? What happened after she had her breakout track? So around 2012, or was that before? I think that was before. Around 2012, she joined Sauti Academy. Sauti Academy, in case you don't know, is a talent development agency that has gotten quite a bit of prominent Kenyan artists, mainstream and otherwise, into where they are now. So she says that she really loved her journey and her time at the Saudi Academy because they really used to support each other. They used to go to each other's shows. They used to support each other's favorite artists. And if you see interviews where she's talking about her time at Saudi Academy, you can tell that it was just vibes. It was a good time. And what's her writing process? What does it look like for her to create? She says that she basically puts down stuff that she's seen, stuff that she's heard, stuff that she's experienced. You know, he said, she said, as well as shower records. Nyi mnajua shower records, you know, when it's going down in the shower, and you're giving your award-winning speeches, you're abolishing terrorists, you are killing horrible presidents, you're a billionaire, you have fixed climate change, you have fixed mapenzi and like cheetahs in Nairobi. Shower records, so much happens in shower records, so that's part of her process. But she says that she also really appreciates a good producer, because she says that a good producer makes everything come together. And before she got comfortable, she said she used to write at home and go to studio with a complete product. And then she realized that she needs to get over her fear of writing around other people. And she eventually just allowed herself to become comfortable writing in front of an audience. So now every time she goes into studio, she aims to always come out with something good, and to really like what she's done in studio by the time she leaves every single time. And she stands by that, you know. And being asked if she sticks to the same routine, if she sticks to the same kind of content, she's like, nah, I experiment a lot. I like whatever feels good, whatever sounds good. And she says that she's just a girly who wears her feelings on her sleeve. Yes, we did say she is refreshingly honest. She's not trying to make appearances. She just comes as herself, you know? And she also aims to give people words to their feelings. You know, like if you're confused about what's going on, then she probably has a song that's speaking to your situation. That's the kind of artist that she aims to be. And she's big on dreams. She is a dreamer. And I love that, because dreaming is free. Dreaming is free, literally already. So what happened between 2012 and 2013 is that she had that whole journey. 2012 and 2023, which is last year, is that in 2023 she joined the Perform Music Incubator, which was pioneered by Miss Muthoni Drama Queen DQ, and she joined the third cohort. So that was in its first phase, and that's when she joined Mayonde and Muthoni. Mayonde and Muthoni, and in the second phase of the third cohort of the Perform Music Incubator, they decided to take a practical spin to it, which is where the HSKE label was formed. So in case you've been seeing HSKE on the collaborations between Mayonde Polaris and MDQ, then you know that that is their label that they have together that is called the hottest songs in Kenya. I died a little bit because it's so cute, but also a little bit cringe. Like, it's so simple. Hottest songs in Kenya, but when it's HSKE, just seems like this dope, deep thing. And then you're like, oh, it just means hottest songs in Kenya. Like, it's just like, you know, those high school record groups. That's the kind of vibe it's giving. But I love it because it's proper, it's authentic. Yeah. And she says that her time to date in Perform has really shaped her. It's really taught her to write, to create, as well as to work with others. And when asked how she handles criticism, she says that no, she understands that not everybody's gonna like what you have to offer. It's not everybody that's gonna like what you create, or they might like what you created today, but not what you create tomorrow. So the most useful thing you can do, the best thing you can do for yourself, is to filter out what is useful and leave out the rest, because it's not helping you. So you just throw it away. Like, just take what's useful and move on with your life. Does she play an instrument? Yes, she does. She plays the guitar. She got basic lessons earlier on in life, and then she perfected that in YouTube University. Like I went to YouTube University. Have Is that like a place that you'd consider going? It's truly one of the best institutions of higher learning, life learning ever. YouTube University is truly the place to be. Yeah. And what would she tell her younger self? She would tell her younger self, or girls who are trying to make it to where she is right now, she would tell them to take initiative, because nobody is going to come to help you. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody is going to just show up and say, I am here. I'm the one you've been waiting for. You are the one that you've been waiting for. So if you need to, take a break, but don't give up. If it's hard, regroup, figure it out, and then come back. So that's basically speaking to resilience, the importance of resilience. And she also says that it's extremely important to surround yourself with people who really, 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 really want the best for you. And it's extremely important, especially if you've struggled with self-confidence like she has. But she's like, you know what? I struggle with it, but I still get stuff done. I still do whatever it is that I need to do. She makes the music, your feelings aside, you just do the work, right? So yeah, she has a EP out called Tufanye, aside from the Lapa mixtape that she has with her partner from Lico Pantheon. And this album is basically just a combination of experiences as well as made up scenarios. So working through this album, she says one of her tracks, Tufanye, is a track that's confronting a breakup. So it's a song that speaks to mapenzi and the drama that y'all are putting each other through out here, because it's a mess. It's a big fat mess, because Nairobi is one big fat bedroom and it's a lot. Yeah. And then Omera, she says that one is about pride. She says Sitaki is like a angry song or like a kiburi song. And then she says in Walai, that we just listened to a while back, just a few 20 or so minutes ago, she said that somebody ghosted her. Somebody's son ghosted her. And then she let him back in after having been ghosted for 1 year. Whoop. It's giving Delulu. So that's your Delulu anthem, ladies. If you want to feel seen, you want to feel represented, you're not alone. We be out here doing dumb stuff. Yeah. Ooh, wow. And then there's a You and Me and You, which we listened to just less than 10 minutes ago. And that's a love song. A love song. Yeah, and she says that she'd love y'all to listen to her tape in that order, because it's a cycle. You fall in love, and then you're angry, and then you're fighting, and then you break up, and then you let them back in, and then so basically she says that Tufanye, her EP, is basically a life cycle of love, a relationship, and it's gonna take you through that journey. So have that in mind when you're listening to it. Right. So what is the highlight of her career? She says that just having that collabo with Prince KB for Umeni Tosha really did a thing for her, as well as Perform Incubator, as well as HSKE, Hardest Songs in Kenya. That really validated her, and she realized that she's really been putting in the work. So as much as she has imposter syndrome, which we talked about last week, she says that she realized, no, I'm here because I've been putting in the work. It might not look like what other people are doing, but I have been doing the thing. And she says that her dream collaborations are Blinky Bill, because we love ourselves some Blinky. Nikita Kering, of course, a queen. Xenia, we shouted her out last week. Miss Karoon, the queen herself, Beyonce. Mac Ronson, because he really be doing the thing in the R&B and funk circles. Calvin Harris, we see you there with your house and EDM. Black Coffee, that is your South African house, your soul, South African house and soul. Don Jazzy, that's your Afrobeat, as well as Zahara, who was your typical soul, Afro soul girl. And she said that she actually did write a song to do with Zahara. She performed her song, met Zahara, and they were meant to do a song together, but Zahara passed away. May her soul rest in peace. But basically, Miss Pauline wants to collaborate with everybody. She's just a big pot of love. She's just a big open heart, ready for the world. And I hope that the world continues being good to her. And particularly in 2021, this is a quote that she said in a Safaricom PLC interview. She said, if you're a creative who's into your art, it's difficult to find your way into the commercial side, which really speaks to why passion is extremely, extremely important in this industry, because commercializing and making bank, just taking a bag home from what you're talented in and putting in hella work to achieve is not as easy as you'd like, because the cloud chasing, the trending, just this bubblegum music being the order of the day, it's hard for authentic people to get their content out there, but we love it when somebody gets their dues. And in conclusion, she says that it's a coincidence that she found herself working with women, but she really loves working with women. She enjoys how intentional and detailed they are about a woman's needs. For example, having changing rooms where you have privacy, having sanitary bins because we menstruate, having mirrors for makeup, just, that kind of situation is a thing that apparently women really put together when they're the ones organizing, as opposed to what she has experienced in the industry when events are purely done by men. And she really also appreciates how women communicate, because they tend to get to the bottom of the matter, as opposed to a particular experience she's had once, where she said that she was having a bad experience and she was upset about something, and this guy basically narrowed it down to akonamashiro, like she was on her period and probably having PMS, which is a ridiculous thing to have as a response to somebody who's a professional upset about something, but because they have ovaries and a uterus, then you don't take them seriously because you just don't want to pay attention to what they're saying. So that's what she has to say about this industry. But otherwise, she's just a girl making music, wearing her feelings on her sleeve, just wanting to be happy, wanting to make music with everybody. And like Miss Pauline, we appreciate you. Continue singing your heart out here at Power Radio on Sheversations. You are truly appreciated. You are a legend. So thank you for your wonderful music. I personally appreciate it. Keep doing what you do. And right about now, we're going to hear from Omera.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Emergency sishiki, ukiniita misi emergency sishiki, ukiniita misikuji, omera form sitaki, na simu misipigi. Emergency sishiki, ukiniita misikuji, omera form sitaki, nimesema form sitaki, na simu misipigi, na ukipiga misishiki, omera form sitaki, nimesema form sitaki, na simu misipigi, na ukipiga misishiki. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Hizi ndio siku tuliota, zile siku tuliomba, zile tulisema siku moja, zile siku tulingoja, zile vitu tumeona, siku ngapi tumeoshwa, mara ngapi tumegongwa, mara ngapi hatukuonwa. But it's over now, zote tume overcome, blessing ina overrun, baraka zinakaa mkupo. Unataka nidu, na dukile na dukile utadu.
I'm in the groove, back in the scene, I'm making the move. Been on the low, now living good, leveling up forever mood. Hizo siku tulisota, hizo days back when tukiota. Ona vile sa God amedo, ona vile ja ame come through. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Twende kazi bro, twende kazi yo. Let's go, let's go, let's go. No stopping us, you already know. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Jina yangu naiona ona, na kwa jina la baba nitazidi kuchokoza koza. I mean, nimezoea life kunichwado something, machozi ikikom nitisaya dry gin. Kwani sisi tutangoja mpaka lini, na deni yangu fast na okote sahi. What it is, what it is, what it is, nimekam na kikosi, to excuse the fatali, yanayopita hayatoshi. What it is, what it is, what it is, nimekam na kikosi, to excuse the fatali, yanayopita hayatoshi.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Maisha ni Raha. So that is the hottest songs in Kenya, the label that features DQ, Mayonde, and Polaris Pauline. And they sing Maisha ni Raha. Honestly, be happy, do what you must to be happy. Now, on that note, this is our question of the day. Would you rather have money and zero respect from people and no peace of mind whatsoever? Or number 2, would you rather have all the respect from people, people love you, acknowledge you, treat you with dignity, and you have peace of mind while being broke? So this is what a couple of you have had to say. So this is June Wangari, shout out to you. And you said for sure you'd rather have peace of mind and respect. But being broke is also not funny. So you don't like the idea of being broke. And then this is Mr. Brandon Waweru, and he says that he would rather be himself with wealth and abundance in God. But seriously, number 2. Number 2, so he would also choose to have a peace of mind and respect as opposed to wealth. Okay, let's see. So Mr. Jesse Kalinga has said that number 2, easily, wealth is a concept. As long as Christ is my provider and people respect me because of him, I'm good. Already, I see that you guys have your priorities in order. So let me know. Let me know on the socials. You can reach out to me directly at Caroline Murote. On Instagram, it's Caroline_Murote. Facebook, it's Caroline Murote. On X, it's Caroline Murote. On Threads and TikTok, also Caroline Murote. Let me know what you think. You can also do the same and give your feedback in our DMs on Power Radio. So would you rather have wealth, riches, and no respect, no peace of mind? Or would you actually rather have respect from the people around you and peace of mind and be a broke human being? And 3 of you have said that you'd actually rather have peace of mind and self-respect. Not even self-respect, respect from people. I love that. I love that so much. I see that the youth is not lost. Hamjapotea. So we thank God. Maybe there is a generation that will save us. Gen Zs, you're doing well. Y'all are doing well. What are we talking about today? We are talking about something that is in a series that we've been talking about with regards to economic justice. And today we are addressing the gender pay gap. We are addressing the pay gap. We have been talking about we've been talking about opportunities for women. We've been talking about leadership. And now we are going to look at the pay gap, because what's going on there? Do you guys feel like people are being paid? People are being paid equally? Do we feel like there's an issue there, or everything is okay and people are just being dramatic? What are we actually saying? What do you think about that? Let me know. And then I would also, as you do that, I'd love to get feedback. Would love to get your feedback. So we do have a feedback form on our Instagram. It's been pinned there on a post. So kindly head over there and give us feedback so that we can know how to better serve you, how to make our shows more fire just for you. Because what would we be without you guys? Like, you guys are the reason why we're here. Do you understand? Like, who would I be having this conversation with if there was nobody for me to be talking to? So go ahead and give your very valued feedback, and then I'll come back right after this and let you know about the gender pay gap. So this particular one is Bad Side. Actually, this is Undercover. This is Undercover by Mayonde MDQ and Polaris Pauline. So enjoy.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
To call me, but you never did. So now I'm calling up my homies. I'm so over this. I'm so into you, I don't know what to do. You don't reciprocate. Too little, too late. So tonight I'm letting loose. I'm gonna get over you. TikTok nikitetemesha, kwenye snap ninatetemesha. Need love, a real love. Mapenzi ya undercover inaleta pressure. Need breathe in, breathe out, let it go, 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 go. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, let it go, 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 go. Nilikuaminia sana, sana, sana. Nilikuaminia sana, sana, sana.
Bash naingia natesa habari waisikia utaweza beste yako pia memba anakula kama tenda inaweza tarimember
Need love, a real love. Mapenzi ya undercover inaleta pressure. Need love, a real love. Mapenzi ya undercover inaleta pressure. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Let it go, 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 go. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Let it go, 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 go. I know you like her. I'm not stupid. Get me someone, get me Cupid, get me gin and get me some music. I got to live. I know what I'm doing, and this time I'm through it. Don't know why you're so fucking useless. I'ma try to restrict my movements and fuck your friend cause he introduced us. You're telling me, I'm telling you. Get a grip and get a clue. I've been a bitch, I thought you knew. Betty Tears, boy, nothing new. Need love, a real love. Mapenzi ya undercover inaleta pressure. Need love, a real love. Mapenzi ya undercover inaleta pressure. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Let it go, 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 go. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Let it go, 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 go.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio.
Already, it is 12:30, and we've just had from the hottest songs in Kenya, HSKE, that is Mayonde Polaris, Pauline, and Modoni Drama Queen, and they have just said that Penzi ya undercover inaleta pressure. So mwachane na hizo vitu za undercover, guys. Like, if you're gonna do something, do it in the open, do it in public. So what's going on today? What's going on in the gender pay gap? Hey, nimechoka. Why? Because some of these things are actually very mentally tasking. Talking about this. So what is the gender pay gap or the gender wage gap? So this is according to the Borgen Project, their organization that does research, does gender work, humanitarian work. And they say that the gender wage gap refers to the difference between average gross hourly earnings. So whatever it is that you're earning per hour of male paid employees and female paid employees as a percentage of average gross hours earnings of male paid employees. So if you have the guys and you have the girlies, and then we compare what the girlies are being paid in comparison to what the boys are being paid. So that is essentially what the gap is. So we want to see how large it is. We want to see what's going on there. So basically it exists because some men and women receive a different amount of money for work of comparable value. So in simple terms, you do the same work and you get paid differently. And in specific, the man gets paid higher. And this wage gap is both the cause and the consequence of gender inequality in terms of the economic lens of things, because we are looking at economic justice. There are many reasons for the gender wage gap in Kenya, and even though they exist in other nations, it is more acute in developing countries. This particular country is more gender unequal than its counterparts in the developed world, meaning that most women are employed in lower paid work where they work for longer hours. And this is before they have to go home and complete the rest of their daily domestic and childcare responsibilities. Imagine that. Imagine being paid less than what you should be getting, less than your fair dues, and then still having to go do shift number 2 for your kids and then shift number 3 for your husband or your man. That is actually the ghetto. It's actually crazy. So this is what's going on in Kenya. That over the last 3 decades, there have been so many efforts that have been put in place to close the wage gap in Kenya. And in 1993, the government task force for the review of laws relating to women actually came up with a law to help foster women's equal participation in society and economic empowerment. And in 2007, how many years later, from 1993, new millennium in 2007. So that's 7 years, that's 14 good years. It took them 14 good years to actually enact the Employment Act, which promised all employees fundamental rights, basic working conditions, and pay. I don't understand why it would take a bunch of intelligent men and women, educated, well capable, high intellect, 14 good years to actualize something that they realized after doing the research from the task force in 1993. I don't know why then it would be enacted in 2007. That's actually wild. So that's when it was enacted. However, the legislation has not been fruitful in achieving pay parity for women. So it actually gets worse. In case you thought, oh my God, it's great. We have a law that actually helps equalize the situation, helps give a fair treatment economically to both men and women. It actually gets worse because as much as it took them 14 years to put up the law, it hasn't been implemented in real life. So in 2019, Equilib, which is a research organization, published a report on gender equality in Kenya, and finding that on average, women earn 32%, a whopping 32% less than their male counterparts, compared to 23% globally. So if the world at large, outside of Kenya aside, if the world says, hey, we realize that women aren't being paid as much as men for the exact same labor, same skill level, same expertise. And it's a big problem. And the big problem is rated at 23%. No, Kenya is like, I'm a one-up you. So we have 32%. We have almost a whole 10% one-up on the rest of the world. So anywhere where the world is struggling on a global scale with equalizing pay for women, Kenya is doing 10% worse. That is crazy to think that we are one of the best developing countries in Africa, but we have this going on is actually wild to me. And this means that the country sits at the 20th position on the Global Gender Gap Index of 2020. So 20 sounds good when you think about how many countries are in the world, but 20 means that is how you're winning at doing bad. It's like when we were in high school or primary school and you'd get, if you went to school systems where you were given your grades index 1 to whatever, number 1, number 2, number 3, but instead of them starting with number 1, out of 100 students, they would start with the number last, 100 students. And then out of the top worst, you'd make number 20 in the world. That's terrible. We are doing a bad job when it comes to this particular statistics. If the statistics are anything to go by, then we are doing a bad job. So we sit in the 20th position on the Global Gender Gap Index. This is in 2020, and we are behind East African nations of Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, and Ethiopia. So East Africa is really winning when it comes to the pay gap. Like, we are not treating our women equally when it comes to giving them what they've already worked for. And that's really disappointing. And then compared to the rest of the world, Kenya ranks 109 out of 153 countries. So if we want to be number 1, we have 108 countries ahead of us, and it is out of 153 countries. So we are much more closer to the countries that are doing really bad as opposed to the countries that are putting in effort. And that's not even being in the middle, that's just doing terribly, right? That is doing terribly. So in 2020, we dropped 33 positions compared to 2018. So in 2018, Kenya was doing much, much better, and then it dropped by 33 positions. What does this mean? It means that we were actually moving ahead in terms of time. When it comes to development of the gender payback, we're actually moving backwards. We are being very retrogressive in this aspect, right? And it's quite unfortunate because the informal economy in Kenya is a significant employer of women, and it has 87% of women being employed within the informal sector. So despite how important the sector is, seeing that it does give 87% of Kenyans women their jobs, the sector does lack standard employment contracts because sasa mama mboga like mnandi, what are you saying to each other? You're not going to be signing anything. You work in the saloon, it's very rare that you're going to have a contract. If you're just anything that is an informal sector job, it lacks social protection. Labor laws, HR, those things are non-existent in most spaces. It lacks adequate pay, meaning that you can be paid whatever. And as a result, women are unable to obtain a decent livelihood, let alone having the same level of income as men. And why? Because women go back home and they be using their money on their families. So let's look into that. So this is some of the reasons why the wage gap, the gender pay gap is prevalent in Kenya, why we are winning at doing bad. The first reason is the inability of women to effectively negotiate their pay. We did talk about this when we were looking at imposter syndrome and how women don't often believe that they deserve what they have rightfully earned. And this just goes line in line with that. So this is because women tend to misunderstand or underestimate their own value. That's imposter syndrome compared to men. This means that even if they are successful in the pay negotiation process, they often shy away, being happy with less than what the men have satisfaction with. So this is something that we need to unlearn in our culture. These are conversations that are teaching us to have different conversations and better conversations. So if statistics are telling us that women struggle to negotiate for their pay effectively and that they are easily comfortable with less pay than their male counterparts for the same amount of work done, then it means that we need to be going out there and learning, putting in research, being willing to be taught how to negotiate, actually going out there, getting employment coaches, whoever it is that's giving out this information that is verified in their sources, and changing that, because this is the reason why we have some of these gaps. That's one of the issues. Another reason that's quite a big issue is that there is so much gender insensitivity in workplaces. The structure in which organizations are set up often leaves women at the bottom of the scale. So women join at the bottom of the scale. So if you have an organization and the lowest paid workers are the cleaners, maybe if it's a big firm, maybe the receptionist, the kitchen workers, then you find that that is where a lot of women will be joining. And as opposed to men who join in the middle or the top end, meaning that whatever position a man would be getting in a formal organization is already setting him up to have better pay than most women in the same position with the same qualifications. So women also experience disadvantages due to child rearing responsibilities, because why in 2024 are we shocked that women are giving birth? Why have we not come up with adequate measures to cater in employment that women are the only ones who can biologically give birth to children, and hence women should have specific advantages set up so that they are not disadvantaged by the fact that their bodies nurture life and bring new life into the world. So when a woman gets pregnant and she experiences maternity leave, it really can set them back of, to the bottom of their career ladder. And that's most often what happens. And that's really, really sad, that a beautiful gift like the ability to give birth and bring life is the reason why somebody needs to be starting from scratch. So we need to be having conversations about what kind of systems do we actually need to come against what's going on that's causing this pay gap. A third reason is the presence of bias in the workplace. Right. So we have formal employment being given or being offered by small and medium-sized enterprises. However, less than 5% of these companies have female chairs. So most of the employers in Kenya are not big firms. They are small to medium enterprises. And out of 100%, less than 5%, meaning that more than 95% of the employers in Kenya or the people in decision-making positions in Kenya are actually not women. So this makes it really interesting because it means that it lessens the chances of proper representation, because sometimes it takes somebody who is similar to you, somebody who's like you, to give you an opportunity because they understand where you're coming from. So obviously, if you have one particular gender in positions of power, then it goes without saying that there will not be equality when it comes to what their employment looks like, right? And to make things worse under, the kind of bias that there is in the workplace, going back into our history, in the 1980s, women did not receive benefits as authorities. And it was assumed that their husbands would provide their insurance and allowance. And right now, that is a view that is still accepted, that you would pay the man because he's the one that's going to take care of his family as opposed to the woman, because now who's the woman taking care of? So actually, when I see the modern girlies, the slay queens, the soft life girlies saying that my money is my money and his money is our money, I think that is in direct retaliation to this, because for so many years, women, I personally saw my mother just giving up everything that she had to take care of her kids. I saw that personally. I saw what it looks like to have a mother who pours every extra penny so that you can be comfortable and live the best life possible at her own expense, meaning that this is what it looks like for most people. If mothers out there are anything like my mom was, it means that women don't have a lot to spend on themselves. So when we see the opposite, now the extreme end of women deciding to buy land outside of their marriages, deciding to have saving accounts and investments outside of their marriages, it's because of the insecurity of what we have seen historically, and this is still accepted today. So closing the gender wage gap is one of the ways in which we are going to achieve the gender-related SDG commitments. And it's a lot that actually still needs to be done. There's so much work that needs to be done. And I don't know what you feel about this. I don't know what you're thinking about the pay gap. Is it something that you feel like is important? Do you feel like, no, there is enough women earning enough, so let's just stop the drama? Or do you have particular experiences, which would say opposite and contrary to what's being shared here today, what this research from the Borgen Group is actually saying? So let me know what you think. And while you're getting that, please listen to Bad Side by Zenia Manasseh.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Pretend that it was working. I won't defend my actions just for your satisfaction. Drowned in the shallow end. Oh, amateurs trying so hard to mend what's broken. Oh, mend what's broken. You don't light my fire like you used to. This isn't something we should get used to. Why can't we hold on to all the good times? Ain't gotta be hard to say our goodbyes. I know I made the choice for the both of us. Don't want it to get too dangerous, too serious. I'll save you
from sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio.
Welcome back to Power Radio. We have 10 minutes to go, and we asked the question, would you rather be rich and have no respect, no peace of mind, or would you rather have respect from everybody around you, peace of mind, and be broke, have nothing? Let me know what you think at Caroline Murote, Caroline_Murote on Instagram, as well as at Power Radio on all social media platforms. Now, we are talking about the gender gap. We are exploring what's going on with that. And now we have a more updated article, and this is Nation Africa. So Nation says that it's time for women to go on strike the Iceland way. So what happened in Iceland way back when is that they decided in 1975, they have something called the I don't know if it's a KV, so I don't know if it's pronounced Kenafri or Venafri, one of the two. So we're gonna call it the Kenafri. I hope that's a correct pronunciation. So it happened in 1975, where about 90% of Iceland's women workforce stopped working for one day. And that's the solution that Nation Africa is giving, because this is something that was brought as a measure to show the value of a woman in the workforce and why women need to be adequately compensated. So this is what it looks like when put in context, that if a man is earning 20,000 Kenyan shillings, it means that a woman is taking home 11,000 shillings, which is 9,000 shillings less. And then a recent study by the UN Women Africa found that women are currently earning 82 shillings for every 100 shillings that a man gets paid. This means that in the past 6 years, there has been an improvement of 27 shillings. So this is what it looks like practically. For every 20,000 shillings that a man earns, a woman is pocketing 16,400 shillings, which translates to 3,600 less. 3,000 is going to pay your electricity bill. It's going to pay if you use Wi-Fi, assuming that that's a luxury that you have. It's going to pay for that. 3,000 shillings is going to have a family's sugar, and it's going to have a family's cooking oil for the month, and potentially a bit of unga. So if you have 3,600 shillings less, you are denying somebody of things that would really make a big difference, seeing that women really carry the household. And yet we live in the same economy. So why are women being paid less? Women spend 42% of their salary on the household expenditure compared to 28% for men. This is according to UN Women Africa. That is one of the most credible organizations when it comes to statistics. And 42% of your salary being spent on your household in comparison to a man who has more pay but is only spending 28% of their salary. That is quite sad. And this study was done in collaboration with Max Life Insurance, which is a Indian-based life insurance company. And if you know something about our Indian brothers and sisters, is that they're really good with their numbers. So this is information that can be trusted. So according to this article, they believe that it's time for Kenya to go the Iceland way, that women should say, venye tulisema we're very ready for Tuesday, and we went and showed them dust and things changed with the finance bill, that women will be like, haya, mi siendi job leo for a whole day. And we'll see how things are going. So this is an interesting conversation, and this is what Esther Kerubo, who is a fruit vendor, who vendors along Latema Road, that is smack in CBD Palisades, Odeon, if you're familiar. And this is what she says. She says she doesn't support a strike, but a dialogue. And this is what she says, si watu tu waongee. Hata ukigoma, kufanya kazi itatusaidia aje. Mimi siwezi, watoto wangu walale njaa. So in other words, this is what she says. People need to talk. How will a strike help us? I can't do that. My children will sleep hungry. In other words, you want my children to sleep hungry. And that's what she told Nation Africa. And this means that a lot of our women, as we said, 87% of them are in the informal sector. And what it looks like for a woman to miss a full day of work if your earning is hand to mouth means that you're going to actually miss your basics for the day. You actually are working today for today's food. And that's what it means when you have an informal sector carrying a majority of your gender in the country. And David says he works for a commercial bank, and he sees that equal pay can only be determined if all factors are the same for the man and the woman. So if experience is considered, if the experience is equal to that of a man, then yes, people have the right to strike. And then Anne McKenna says that remuneration is pegged on various factors such as experience, level of education, number of years you have been in employment, and even your level of exposure. We might have the same level of education, but I have more experience. So clearly the pay cannot be the same. But there are other silent factors such as favoritism and sex for promotion. Unless those are addressed, going on strike won't solve much. So it seems that they're very similar opinions where they're like, we would love to see these things change, but we don't know what going on strike is going to help with. So basically, if you go on strike, you might also lose your job. You might be fired, because we understand that just because there are laws in place doesn't mean that they will be implemented. We did see that the task force was set in place in 1993 that recommended that such a law to be put in place that ensures equal pay and equal opportunity. And yet this was only actualized in 2007, 14 years later, and also has not happened in real life. So there's a difference between having things on paper and then actually implementing them. So what we need to look at right now is not how to create awareness, but actually to implement the structures that have actually been set up in place. So in our series of economic justice, we're going to continue having conversations about what can we do to bridge the gap, so that it's not just an old wives' tale. It's not just a pipe dream to say that, Kenya does not need to be dropping 33 places, does not need to be number 20, ranking top 20 when it comes to the pay gap. Kenya does not need to be number 109 out of 153 countries that were ranked. Those are not the statistics that we want to see. However, if you have anything that you'd like to say with regards to this conversation, if there is something that unaona inaweza tujenga so that we can educate ourselves on what can we do to bring a difference to our country, then please reach out to us across all our social media platforms. This is Sheversations. This is a show where we're amplifying female voices for the betterment of society, for the girls to enjoy, the boys to enjoy. We want everybody to be happy, and we're taking a lens towards women because, we start where we can. You do what you can. So we are having this Sheversations. I hope that this has been impactful. I hope that you've been able to see that there is a real issue here and that there are potential solutions. There is so much work to be done. So I hope you've also been inspired to do something, to educate yourself, to go find out how do you negotiate a salary, to find out what do our laws say about equal pay, what's actually the situation in your workplace when it comes to the pay gap. Is this something that's happening on the statistics but is not being seen in real life? Let me know what you think. I have really enjoyed having this conversation with you, and it's a wrap from me, Caroline Murote. So we are going to finish off with 100 from Mohanji. So I'm going to see you guys on Friday. Spend your week responsibly.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Pawa Radio.
Full of 100, full of 100. We keep it full of 100, full of 100. Drama.
Nipate kwa base, yeah. Hizo ni chwani mbili. Nipate na gang. Hizo ni chwani mbili. Wote pale utanipata. Hizo ni chwani mbili. I keep it 100. Hizo ni chwani mbili. I keep it 100. Full of 100. Keep it 100. Full of 100. Keep it 100. Full of 100. Keep it 100. We full of 100. What they wanna die ni choche ati ni popo nione na sina eni mfuke mebaki kirai miaka ni 6 kwa game bili ni solo bado na build bado napiga uradi mpaka imboka ijipe nilichagua kalamu kuna mabeso alichagua ndenga mina tokodi si boys lakini gotea huo manzu kimona vijana na genya kufuata lefe madranya kufuata lefe ya nasa hakuna papa saini fame na do kuhang na squad kubanja na hozi mani wanaichorea daily IG wana abudu celeb yeah hizo ni chwani mbili nipate na gang gang hizo ni chwani mbili popote paluta nipata hizo ni chwani mbili keep it 100 hizo ni chwani mbili keep it 100 full 100 keep it 100 full 100 keep it 100 full 100 keep it 100 we full 100 nilijituma sacrifice keroma kuna madeni lifunga pia huduma kuna madeni lienda na ndani sikuwa fiti beef na marapa ni mboga mi hujibonda hakuna time ya kubonga weka imani songa jenga yo ark noa hii ni noma ni niliokoka na mi keep it 100 noma ni mimi na Mungu tuko fiti na uwezi ni chocha noma ni mimi najua imani yangu na hizi chocha noma ni ati yao ni ita sana hiyo ni noma nipate kwa base yeah hizo ni chwani mbili nipate na gang hizo ni chwani mbili popote paluta nipata hizo ni chwani mbili keep it 100 hizo ni chwani mbili keep it 100 full 100 keep it 100 full 100 keep it 100 full 100 keep it 100 we full 100 we feel nice it up yes we are feel nice it up all of the youth them nice it up all the people nice it up we have a nice it up yes we have a nice it up the youth them nice it up the man them nice it up the yanks nice it up yeah
full 100 we keep it full 100 full 100
yes man we
full 100 full 100 we keep it full 100 full 100
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Pawa Radio.